Hey everyone, this is Dusk, AestheticGamer, and this is Mind's Eye, which apparently is the precursor to a girl's fabric face, which I'm going to be playing immediately after I'm done with this one. This looks like a horror game, so I want to turn off the lights, even though it's not quite dark yet, but should actually get dark really soon. I'm currently playing this in late December, and it's like 3 p.m. right now, so it gets dark around these parts around 4 or 4:30, so it should get dark pretty soon. Ryan plays Scanner Sombre another time. At this very moment, we're playing Mind's Eye. Press 1 to play the game, press 2 for credits, press 3 to quit the game. I'm gonna press 1. So apparently this one's like a little freebie experimentation thing before they made a girl's fabric face. I'll see what's in store. Now then, Turnvex Games. Games developed by Stanislaw, that guy. Please note Mind's Eye contains flashing lights. If flashing lights affect any of your medical conditions, please avoid the game. Always good to give a heads up warning about that, but hey. See what I got in store then. A girl's fabric face is the one that interests me a bit more, but we'll see what happens. Please increase the volume to a reasonable amount. A proper volume amount will allow you to experience the proper atmosphere. Also, please note that Mind's Eye does not include any save features. The game is to be played with a single sitting. With that in mind, the game has an estimated game time of 30 to 45 minutes. Messages will dismiss shortly. Alright. Voila. Loaded up, single salmon. I'm playing in a single sane, so I'm ready. I'm set. I'm ready to go. Loaded up, and then they'll be all for show. Kiss the snake. Yeah, it's doing it. Check this. Whoosh. Gonna give it a second as it loads up. Waiting for Mind's Eye to see what is up. Once we're now playing, then it'll be. I want to say cup, but it's only because it rhymes. Doesn't really fit though. Whatever the case. Sounds like it's loading. I got this one hard drive. I should have bought a more expensive one, because honestly it makes a lot of noise. Like, I have 2 hard drives, and one of them is a little noisy, the other one isn't. But hey, what are you going to do? At least I know it's functioning and thinking about itself very deeply. Thinking very hard about what it's done. Or more so, what it's going to do. Would that make a computer contemplative? I mean, it's not conscious. It's not really doing a deed. It's doing a task more so than planning. But it is loading... Oh, wake up.
Wake up. Please. Why aren't you waking up?
You don't sound very drastic for me to wake up, honestly.
Wake up.
This is Michael here speaking for CCO News at 11 p.m. Just as yesterday, the weather has not lightened up much at all. In fact, it seems to have gone colder. Windows remain covered with thick frost, and some neighborhoods down in the southwest are losing power. I'm sure all hope they are safe. In other news, word was released that there was a murder taking place, which police are saying, let me see here. So a woman was killed in her home 2 days ago, which is when the storm began to occur. The murderer believes that the weapon would prevent anyone from finding her for quite some time, giving him the time to get away, of course. But honestly, I just don't know. Well, that's it for now. I'll see you guys in a few hours. Until then, get a load of this wonderful jazz. I'll see you all and have a wonderful night.
What type of radio host are you? Probably non-existent one. I have a jump button, but it's just this is my jump. I look more like I'm having a seizure by mashing it than I'm actually jumping. Okay, well, I've got a few things I need to comment on. First of all, the volume is really low, so I'm going to raise it a little bit for you guys. And for myself, just by a little bit though. Maybe it gets a little bit louder later. Now then, the follow-up, all the characters sound like they're murmuring in this, which maybe is the direction that they chose, but like the person telling me to wake up at the beginning was like, wake up, why won't you wake up? And then of course my character was like, what was that? I need to go check it out. And then the guy on the radio was like, there was a murder with a woman. Well, I'm gonna see you guys in a few hours. Till then, listen to jazz. I'm like, okay. So obviously there was a little bit of a house fissure right there. I can turn off the lights, but if I do, I literally cannot see. I hear a knocking. It's gonna have to wait though. My bathroom is surprisingly large. Warning, high voltage. It's okay though. Press the interact. I'm guessing that was with the door. Yes. Lights off again. Does seem like there's like a brick wall. I don't remember this ever being here. Probably because we're going to have to play it out for a passageway later. It even looks like a passageway. Hey, though, at least you seem to remember this place. Then if he doesn't remember that being there, that means he wouldn't remember this whole place. Now, I want to bet the radios can come into some fun play a little bit later. We're now going to open this up, though. Open to me with it. Hey! Let me turn on the lights. Very littered hallway, if I may. Give me a second. Wait. That light over there is already was on when I came in here, so probably maybe something over there, but we'll find out. Let me first check everything. Wait.
Thank you all for listening, and bye-bye now.
He had some additional stuff after that. That's the more surprising part to me right now. Is that a dog bowl right there? Also, notably, our bathroom does not have a toilet or shower or anything. It just has a sink. I don't really know what to think about that, but that's okay, I guess. Not really. I think all these doors are going to be locked, but at least right now. Oh, never mind. This one was open. It's another toiletless, showerless. Are we supposed to just bathe and go to the restroom in the dog bowl? A bolt cutter probably can cut through thick chains. Well, remember that's there. Alrighty. Who wants to bet when all the lights are going to go off? Place your bets now! Hi, face. It's got a gentle hand caressing the cheek. That works, that works. What else we got? Alright, this one. Hey, teddy bear. You have located 1 out of 5 teddies. A bear used by Yun to fall into a deep slumber, whether good or bad times. The teddy bear will always be by your side. Collecting all 5 bears will drastically affect your overall score in the end. My score? Does it mean I get like a different ending, or does it just mean I go like, hey, collected this many teddy bears? You get B ranking. I don't know what that exactly will do or means, but hey. There's also a note. I heard what happened to Tom. Don't you dare forget that wasn't your fault. The car lost control. There was nothing you could have done about that. The more you blame yourself, the harder this will all be. Tom will wake up. I promise. Call me if you ever want to talk. Janetta T. Now, maybe I know more than one Janetta, but it seems a little bit weird that she would leave her last initial on this. I'm just what I'm saying. If she's talking to me specifically, wouldn't I know? Also, somebody completely broke my drawer, but that's okay. Now, this light was on before I entered, so that, of course, that's when all of the lights go off. Is this really not working, though? Nope. Okay, I knew the lights were going to all go off at some point. It's a little bit sooner than I was hoping, though. Hey, but this is lit up enough, I try and convince myself. Oh, really? It's a redone mechanic? This might be a little redundant, but we'll find out, I guess. It's got a time and place, I just hope it doesn't go for the whole game. A vault with a lamp above. Lamp won't turn on, I'm guessing. Well, I guess we'll figure out that. I hate to say it, but it's not the most fun mechanic. I'm hoping it's not sticking around for too long. Now, I knew the front door, which is what I assume this is, wasn't going to be working out too greatly, so... Limited visibility I could live with, just having to restock it. I'm not going to complain too much more than that. I'm just putting some thoughts. We got a religious symbol and stuff inside here, so... I think I have pictures of that also in my room. I feel like I've seen this painted a few times in my room. I think, in fact, when thinking about it, I think there was multiple versions of that painting in my room, so I should probably head back there. First, I'm seeing if there's any differences in the dark. Hey. It interacts with that, but it's not working right now. So there were bolt cutters in here. Hello room. Yeah, I do have multiple versions of the same painting in here. I knew I did, but just kind of where I've got another one outside. Can't jump high enough to get on the table or anything, so... Radius, I haven't found if it's static. Oh, right. I have the power. Voila. I forgot that was even there for some reason. Also, I just noticed there's a heartbeat. Like, listen. Do you hear it? I don't know why horror games have fun stacking chairs on top of each other. I don't think I've ever been scared by stacking chairs in a horror game. And not even just horror games, I think sometimes in horror movies too. I mean, I understand that it's supposed to be an obvious sign. Like, the thing is, I'm not even sure if it works best to make it obvious. Wouldn't this be a lot more effective if there was a more subtle touch? As in maybe something more subtle changed that the player might not even notice? Not only is that creepier and a bit more realistic, I understand that the chair is supposed to represent somebody's been here. But, like, why would they come here and stack chairs on top of each other? When I break into someone's house, or if I'm an entity spirit, do I really just want to be like, you know what? I'm going to let them know I'm here by stacking chairs on... It's just like, maybe it's just the way that ghosts say hello. I don't fucking know. Now then. They might fall, though. Ah, so scary. Fun. Maybe it's just ghost lingo for, hey, what's up? Other than note change. Nope. Ooh. A door sound. I was walking through this area one day. Maybe they were mad. Now, how am I gonna put this combination together? Evolve with a lamp above. I wonder why it mentions that the lamp is above it. Like, is that an important detail? I don't know, and honestly, when you turn the lights off, it's a little bit creepier. I don't really like the match mechanics, but yeah. There's some sounds. I'll make it a little spookier for me. There were some sounds coming from this direction. Is this door open? Nope. I don't think I need bolt cutters yet, but I'm going to keep in mind that they're there still. The only thing I can do really is firstly go back to my room, see if anything's changed with that big old slam to the thing back here. Oh, okay! That's... I mean, yes, that scared me, but not in the way I think it meant it to. I didn't feel tense before entering that room. It startled me because I wasn't expecting it, but not the build-up not expecting it. I wasn't a fan of that jump scare. Also, the door was open here. He literally, like, must have clipped through the door to make that happen. I don't remember this ever being here. Oh boy. But of course, now that there was a cheap jump scare, my reaction, of course, is, oh boy, do I have to prepare myself for more cheap jump scares? Well, we'll see what happens. You coming home, you got your girl be like, of course. I'll see what else is different out here. Chair's still stacked up, this door open, negatory, don't need any bolt cutters. Nah, they're there, they're fine. See our mystery. Unfortunately, I hate to tell the game this. That was the sort of jump scare to make me a little bit more and less impatient. It's like, you know, if it was a good jump scare, that'd be one thing. But that wasn't, in my opinion, a good one. It was only effective because I didn't see it coming. But I didn't see it coming because there was absolutely no build up to it. So yeah. Now then, sure. Creepy, spooky sounds. Industrial sounds, though. Well, I still don't understand what a lamp above might mean for importance. I'm starting to get the sense that this game is the whole walk around randomly until things change type of game. Like, now a sound started playing, so maybe I triggered something back here. Hey. Is this door open? Magically? No. Nothing with the bolt cutters. The build-up has been leading us to expect something with a child or with chairs or something instead of it was just a ram zombie at the light switch. Well, it's not even... Like, there was some build-up to some situation, but the build-up wasn't like, oh, I'm so scared to enter in this room, because there was no sign entering this room was like a bad idea. Just, I went in here because I was like, oh, well, there was a sound, I guess. Didn't really even lead to anything, but still, though. This game is PT styled. I wouldn't say so, but I feel like it probably does have PT inspiration. See, that's a little bit better. Even if it's not like the most effective thing, and that was a very PT-esque moment. I mean, I'm starting to suspect this might be more PT inspired than I think. Not that I have anything against PT inspired, but yeah. And now the heartbeat thing's going on again. Let's see. You sound like a monkey right then. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just my crazy monkey uncle having bad jollies in his house again. Unfortunately, I was hoping this was going to be a little bit more than what it currently is trying. I'm going to try and be less negative. I'm going to go in with an open mind, but yeah. Now I can't see did like the picture on the pane disappear when it did that? Monkey uncle and uncle's monkey. Oh yeah, I guess a monkey's uncle is the phrase, but really he's like a monkey's uncle at the moment. Wallaboo for me and you. Give me a second. Did not mean to close that door, but okay. Oh, I did not mean to turn the lights off either. What do we got going on for the fire alarm? I mean, it's a very loud sound, but I don't remember seeing... Oh, there we go. Voila. And now we have to turn the power back on, so I'll go do that. When I turn it on this time, will there be something behind me? Where'd the lever go? Ah, okay. We need to find the lever. Where, oh, where did the lever go? Oh, where could it be? I say searching in the dark isn't so much fun. Where, oh, where could it be? Is it in here? No, it's still locked. Okay. Is it with this? A bolt cutter? Nope, not over here. At least doesn't seem like it's over here. Someone's off his meditation. The monkey's uncle just wants to have a good time. He wants to be hip with the kids, as it were. Now, a painting did fall from over here before. Is that a sign? Nope, it was not. It was literally nothing. There it is. It was glowing green. Now, who wants to bet I'm going to get jump scared on the way back? Monkey's uncle, are you there in the kitchen? I told you not to have midnight snacks. You're like a gremlin. I think it's bad for you. Let's see. Turn the lights back on. Are we gonna get jump scared? I sure hope not. I wish the game had a little bit more tact. Let's put it in. I'm gonna turn around. Okay. At least didn't do that little trick. I mean, it can be effective sometimes, but I don't think it's... At the moment, I'm not in the right mindset to be like, ooh, booga booga booga, get me. Is this door open? No. I mean, I don't really think... I don't know what I need the bolt cutters for yet, but I'll check them out. I can just light matches whenever. It's literally just a... I thought I could only do it in the dark for some reason, but no, it's just a universal mechanic. Check around. Has the note changed? If I ever need to talk. Ooh, did the door open? I want to see what's in there. Give me a second. A vault with a lamp above. Still know what that's all about, but give me 1 second, door. My uncle, the chair's stacking ape. That's, you know, good old Uncle Ape doing his fun. Oh, it opened another door. I thought it was going to open this one, to be honest. Not even that one, though. Okay. I was just going to turn these lights on. It'll be useful for later. Somebody's just turning off the lights on me. They're just being a little silly goose. Going off, turning all those lights off. Not a silly ape, though. That's my uncle. Don't make fun of my uncle. I know he's got his problems. He likes jump scaring me when I enter the bathroom and running around, turning the lights off, making monkey's noises all while doing it. Oh, it actually did get me. That was kind of efficient. Oh, crazy old monkey's uncle. Going off doing his monkey uncle's things. Gonna blow a fuse, Ryan. I mean, he's already blown a fuse a few times today. Third time's the charm, I hear, though. No wonder your power keeps going out. He's the worst monkey. Okay, thank you for letting me go inside, monkey's uncle. Ryan, maybe if you fed him every now and then. Nah, he's fine. Honestly, do you want to feed him? Just seems like a bad idea all around. Alright, monkey ape bro, let's fucking basement it up. Let's see what you got down here. Open this up. You know, we got a very extensive basement. I like the wallpaper, though. Lights are just a little flickery, don't mind me.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? You gotta give me some time. These matches take a little bit to light. I was walking down a narrow corridor. There's only so much you can do. Oh, thanks for opening it. You're such a gentleman, monkey's uncle. Oh, it's locked behind me. I like the look of this room, though. I'll give it that. You know, it took forever for us to install this basement in. I think in the end, though, it ended up being worth it. See what's going on over here. Nothing? Everything's fine outside? Everything's fine. Anything in the dark corner over here? You can actually open this door? Ah! Just, you know, the secret facility going on here. I know, right? My uncle, the ape from Silent Hill. Good way to put it. Red haze stuff, too. Lights on. What might be inside? Another door. Oh, it's like an air chamber. Over here, just hear my uncle going, ooh, ooh, right outside or something. There we go. Press and hold shift to run. I don't like that they just gave me that tutorial.
Oh crap, he's coming.
Really? Okay. Hold your horses. I don't want to do this. I'm doing it, but I don't want to do this.
Come here.
Hey. I know, is that a dead end? Hi. His animation! Look at him! So majestic, I know. So I understand the sound's supposed to locate that he's like nearby. Come at me, uncle. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to be... Oh, it counted that I got it. Okay to hack? It's always a random button, isn't it? Seems like I have to get caught after I do one of these. Okay, well that's 2. Like, I still make victory even if I do it. I'm happy, because otherwise it's less repetitive. It's not great. Uncle, hold your horses. I know you're really happy to see me. A little bit too happy for an uncle to be, but... Okay, uncle, come get me. I could have gotten away. I just thought I couldn't. I mean, what is... Okay, so where would the last one be? If I was a switch, where would I be hiding myself? Oh, there he is.
Hey.
How's it going? Sorry, just Uncle gets a little bit rambunctious when it comes at night when I haven't fed him well. Hi. Okay, I got a dead end. Come at me, Unks! Oh boy. Do you think he's supposed to be spazzing out like that? I really hope that was the intent. Just like, you know what, let's fucking make him spaz out. Oh, did I find the last one? No, this is the one I've already been to. Come at me! Uncle, he hasn't figured out doors 100%. He'll figure it out exactly one day. Alright, so what we got? Alright, so I start here. It's just systematic. I think I've been this way a few times. I think I just have to go forward. Uncle, give me some time. I'm trying really hard to solve your goddamn games. Okay, come at me, Uncle. Okay, this is trial and error at this point. I need to figure out where it is I'm looking for. Hi, Uncle. My baby uncle, great uncle monkey, he's howling, wiggling and squiggling and squirming. His little monkey, always a monkey, he's the uncle monkey of my heart. Sorry. Right now. Alright, so one of these corners has to have it. I'm assuming over here, because it keeps on, like, spawning over here or something? No. My video game design tip for the day, don't make somebody spaz out like that if you want them to be scary. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Okay. Back over here, maybe? No, that's where I start. I'm gonna get caught here. Problem is, he's like always homed in on you, because his pathfind isn't good enough to be something else. These are some wacky run cycles. What are you talking about? He's just expertly programmed. This is one I already found twice. I know he's really close, but I just need to figure out where the fuck it is I'm even looking for. I think I might know where it kind of is on the map from this run I'm doing right now. Oh, hi. I'd actually like to find it and continue the game, so give me a second, Uncle. No, it's the same one. Come for me, Uncle. Sorry, just coming up to get me. Got me. It got me way too good. Okay, so I kind of know what corner it's in now. It's like this way, probably. Okay, I went the wrong way somewhere. I kind of know where it's at, but not really. Yeah, like this way. Oh, hey. X. Oh, hi! That one actually scared me because I thought it was on the other side. Hey, but I figured it out. I solved it. Oh. Now I'm back home. And I hate to tell the game this, but that last scene took almost any fear I could get out of this character.
What the hell just happened?
Okay, so there's some things about horror which I think about horror a lot. I love horror. I consume a lot of horror. This game has made several mistakes to make their game scary. Because unfortunately, what we just experienced took all tension away from the scene on several accounts. Even like I'm not saying it was like a masterpiece earlier, but can you honestly right now say that we have any fear for the monkey's uncle right now? Like even you guys watching, me playing, I'm not feeling anything. Because now I'm like, if he pops up, I'm just gonna think about him flailing around and going,
Hey.
just gonna say hi. I saw way too much of him, and also what I saw of him wasn't particularly intimidating. It's just kind of happened, just more silly than anything. Not to mention, since this game doesn't have a save feature, and because of how it works, the worst that can happen apparently is that I'll just get back at checkpoint. So, let's see, work and play. Where can we learn to laugh and play? Work and play with laugh and play. Anything else here? I'm gonna go read the note. Every time, of course. I heard what happened. Yeah, okay, so same notes. Now then. Well, thank you for my impression tips here. So I'm assuming we're in the same old something happens when I go somewhere. Not spotting anything. Maybe that one door's been open now. Let's find out. Oh, there's a drone that's kicking in. Pretty strong drone, even. Something broke. Why did it break twice? Why did it break 3 times? Oh, the lights are going all out. Munkle's unky comes running through the door. What was that sound? I got bolt cutters. Uncle's tossing his spare light bulbs again. You know, he's just a really hard man to live with, really. Are those storm sounds? They're storm sounds. A lot of people question why I spend so much effort to keep my uncle in good condition. The honest truth is, he's just misunderstood, really. He's not really killing or hurting me, he just goes around doing his ape thing, I guess. Oh, we got this door open, that door's not open. So these lights are just dead for good. So he just went smashing lights. Good old sound, let me know to go over there. But give me a second, Uncle. I'm busy. For the record, for anyone who's curious, that's not explained who this enemy is. But yeah, he seems like a monkey's uncle, so I just keep calling him Uncle Wape. Alright, let's see what else we got going on here. Hey, buckaroos! Oh, wait, you knocked something down. Alright. Ah, the lights. I'm guessing that's what they are. I guess some of them are still kind of working, so... A crowbar. It's welded onto a chain. Oh, okay, I know what I need to get this. I mean, I was just in the room which had the right item. And then change about the note. No, Uncle isn't gonna, like, leave his signature or something. What a disappointment. So I know I need to get the bolt cutters and cut the chain. But I'm just exploring first. Don't mind me. I actually appreciate, though, that they made some of the lights disabled. It makes the place look a little creepier, I'm not gonna lie. Alrighty. Let's go and grab a chain. Gotta go off the chain, yo. We got this? Yeah, we got this. Bolt cutters. Finally. I've been looking at them just for fucking ever, and I once bet a scare is gonna happen between here and there. Like he's gonna jump behind from here? No? I actually appreciate not going there. Some restraint can go a long, long way. Crowbar. Now, what do I do with a crowbar? Oh, wait, I know what I do with a crowbar. I'm gonna open up that boarded up area. Let's see what's been behind me when I sleep. Let's find out. Ah, it's my hook room. I almost forgot this was back here. Got a key, and it's gonna open up the one door, right? I think we all know what door it's gonna open. The one literally right across from here. Check here. Really? It's not for that? What else needed a key? You know, I don't actually quite know. Which means let's investigate and see what we got. It's not for that door, which is jammed. Maybe it's for the safe. Maybe it didn't need a combination all along. Literally just needed a key all this time. Who's to say? Certainly not I. I got a key for Keatom's sake. We'll open this up. No. Was this door over here locked or something? I never got the impression that this door was locked, if I'll be honest. No. Oh, hi. Okay, that did spook me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, you did. Oh, I can't use my matches either. Now I can. I just couldn't a second ago. What do we got? We got. Maybe we're gonna finally find the combinations now that we've gone chains up in here. Does this note say the same thing? I mean, I'm not calling her, and I kind of want to talk. Peekaboo. Will this open? No. It's back here in the bathroom. Negatory Captain. It sure is dark in these back areas. Oh, did you finally open this door like I've been requesting? No. The noise got me excited. I mean, I told you, Monkey's uncle, you don't need to set the mood just for a good night story. Imagine this was just him setting up the mood to tell me a fucking bedtime story. Oh, you got a chainsaw? Is he gonna flail around with the chainsaw now? I hope he just starts playing around with the chainsaw. Let's see what we got. I actually appreciate the chainsaw sounds. It's making it a little bit spooky. Just a little bit. Also, can I run? I can, in fact, still run. Okay, let's go meet Chainsaw Uncle. You know, Uncle, you didn't even put all this effort just to spook me. Not saying I'm not at least a little bit impressed, though. Problem is, if my light's gone, I won't be able to fucking see him. Oh, him just monkeying around with that chainsaw again. Somebody's really got to take that off what he has. Let's see. I think he's gonna like break through something with the chainsaw, doing a Resident Evil 2 type of tyrant scare. Alright, I'm gonna go over here and something's gonna happen. It's where I started. Okay. Last time I need to walk down, I need to trigger an event somewhere. I hate that's how I think about this, though. I need to walk into the right place just to trigger the event. A little bit of that's okay. I mean,
Holy shit. What the fuck?
there was a nice little head there that flashed for a second, but yeah.
Not again.
Did you just say not again? Oh, wait, am I? Oh, I'm in a different environment. I no longer have matches. Let's see. Tom. Hi, Tom. It's your mother here. I just wanted to see how you were doing. The doctor said that your coma is not so bad and that you should be up soon. Alright. I was in a coma with my uncle's monkey. Monkey's uncle. I hope they are right, and I hope you're reading this right now. I mean, when I read it, then yes, I am reading it right now. I just wanted to let you know that we never lost hope. Love, your mom and dad. A little bit hard to read that one, I mean, because of the font they decided to use, but that's okay. No more matches. I gotta turn the lights on. Voila. And wait, though. Was I in a work comatose coma? Because it says I was in a coma. So... I mean, I assume I'm still in it on account this isn't like a hospital bed I just woke up from. This is like an office space. So, of course, they had like, you know, we can't afford him a doctor. We can't afford to keep him in a comatose state in a hospital. That's expensive. Just throw good old Jim here in the chair in the corner of the office. He'll be fine. He's just don't fucking prod him too much or anything. Oh, hey, it's the room that I wasn't in. Okay, so context, got it. Or maybe the notes from my uncle. Maybe he's just having fun monkeying around as always. Oh, silly old uncle. Will the lights not turn on anymore in here? No, the lights are kind of on. House has kind of been restored. Kind of not. I'm assuming that also the thing's going to be boarded up again or something. Oh, no, it's just open. I mean, I can't see inside. But it looks like the hooks are gone. And the chair, which I saw, it's just now an empty room. I assume maybe it's supposed to be like a shower room. Maybe only because there's no other showers. Given there's no toilets in the house, so... You know, what do I really know? The answer is very little. Radio won't turn on. Maybe I'm just going to go out the front door now. Maybe I've experienced all I need to experience. Oh, no, you know what? It's a little bit weird the chairs are still hacked and somebody still put a chain up here. I also still have not opened up the locker there. Is there a clue in this room that will help me open up the safe that's inside my house? Did this note say numbers on it? No, okay. Nothing hidden on the painting of my challenge unless we're supposed to count the number of trees. But I doubt it. Which means we're going to go check on over here. Your family couldn't afford proper hospital care, so your uncle's the best they have. You're right, he's just my caretaker. It just happens that he's such a kidder. A vault with a lamppost above. No clue. Now when I go over here, is that gonna happen? No? Okay. See, your uncle was just trying to help you. You know, I can appreciate the effort he's put. Ooh, this changed. That's not a bad touch. I kind of like that, actually. Still no teddy bears. This is, you're right. I didn't get a teddy bear after that first one. I'm not getting the fucking whatever good points it was trying to tell me about, because I've literally not seen another teddy bear since the initial one. I probably missed some, just because I haven't been looking hard enough, but kind of forgot they were even a thing, to be honest. Alright. Is he gonna burst through the door and start flailing out at me? I hope so. I legitimately hope so. This is where my expectations are at. Hey. Oh, they're gonna do the build-up. Yeah, I know that my uncle's coming for me. Press space to jump. I got anti-gravity. Now I can suddenly jump. Oh.
You're finally beginning to awake, aren't you?
This is not where the game needed to go. Now, given I've had some issues with the game, but I think turning it into a platform, one of these surreal platforming things, these are really common in these type of games too. I don't really know why. So, some of you guys probably know I develop my own little horror games in my own spare time. And I've never understood some developers' fascination with these sort of jumping sequences. There's a teddy bear over there. I'm gonna get it. Putting in the extra work. Don't say I didn't try. And I fell. The sound that plays is the same as when the uncle caught me. But this is just me speaking personally for a second. I thought I was in the hallway because of the direction I was faced, if I was going to be honest. Okay, well now I'm faced the right direction. I've never understood some horror developers... That was my own fault. Fascination with these sort of things. Like, these aren't scary, and the game hasn't been platforming based so far, and nobody likes first-person platforming. It depends. There are some games that do first-person platforming okay. But I'm not like playing a horror game. I'm thinking, you know what this horror game could use more of? First-person platforming on narrow, surrealistic platforms that are really tiny. Just there as an artificial, I guess, difficulty spike. It's not scary. It's not even triggering like a fear of heights. I have a fear of heights. This is not triggering my fear of heights. And it's not just this game that does it. That's why I'm ranting about it right now. I've experienced in several kind of similar games. They're not like super similar, I guess, but even some pretty good horror games at the end of the day have done stuff like this. Okay, hold on from there. Two games that I think were pretty good that did this. I think Afraid of Monsters had a sequence that was kind of like this. And there's another Half-Life stuff. It's Half-Life horror I'm thinking of mainly. I'm thinking that there's other types of horror where I've experienced it too, but Half-Life horror is where it stands out the most, at least to me. I'm gonna get that teddy bear, though. I want to get... Fucking, I probably really shouldn't. But I'm doing it. I want to believe that teddy bear could be mine. For the limited price of just wasting my time platforming. One-time special offer. I fucking almost jumped there to my double. Fuck! I almost made it too. I underestimated that because it was a down slope and I wasn't really sure how the floating. I thought maybe the floating would work so that when I tried doing that. I also noticed that it's spawning me in the direction I face when I die. So the character takes a further step backwards than I think he will. That's what's happening. If you notice, a lot of my deaths down here have been mainly from me taking a step backwards. It's because I like to take a step backwards, just sort of to assert where I am on the platform. I do that a lot before I jump, if you notice. But sometimes I overstep my boundaries being a little bit too far back, and then I get caught up by that, so yeah. Don't worry, doing this masterful platforming. Oh, never mind. Masterful. Not quite the word I choose. Ryan, your uncle's waiting for you. Just ignore the dumb bear. No, the bear's right there. I can see it. I need it. I don't actually need it, but I need... Do not ignore the bears. The bears are necessary. Uncle wants the bears all along. Let it be seen, let it be heard. And I'm quoting the close your eyes puzzle, so I'm going to shut up with that one right now. Oh, jeez. I was just living life on the edge there for a second. I mean, it's easy to get over there, but they have to tempt you with the bear. Okay, I can do this. I believe in myself. Believing is all you need. Remember, when kids, when they say, follow your dreams, you just have to believe. Don't even put in the hard work. Your dreams can come true if you just simply believe. Let's try this there. Fuck. I should have gone more to the right, but I didn't. I was hoping my area of effect was bigger than that. One more time! I'm going to say I haven't failed to do it 20 more times. Just watch. Just watch it happen. Stubbornness is going to get the best of me here. I don't even really... Like, I didn't find any of the rest of the bears. And instead, it was only like 30 to 45 minutes long, so I must have at least missed a few. But that bear I can see. That bear I've identified where it's at. I need it. I need it. Okay. Focus at the bottom of the pipe. I'm trying too hard to jump. I've died there now twice, and I know why. I just need to go a little bit more to the right. I need to focus to try and land on the bottom of the pipe, not the middle of the pipe like I've been doing. Here's the one where I'm usually living on the edge for a little bit. Alrighty. Oh, I undershot that. How are you guys? Doing the most enthralling, terrible platforming sequence that's existed in one of these sort of things. It's my own fault, kind of. At the same time, you know, I'm not really in a platforming mindset right now, so I'm like, oh boy, oh boy. Doing what I must. Here's a tip if you ever want to design a horror game. I don't think, does anyone here, someone tell me, now I know we got a bad example in front of us right now, but somebody tell me right now, anyone who's played a decent amount of horror games and have experienced some of these before, because I know I've experienced a few games with this sort of setup before. Do any of you like these challenge platforming sequences just randomly popping up in a horror game? Now, I need to correlate something. I think platforming can work in a horror game. I even think challenge platforming can work. If a game is designed around it, then sure, it can work fine and have horror aspects. But in just a game that's been mostly a first-person horror game, suddenly being like, hey, you know what this game really needs? A first-person challenge platforming sequence. Does anyone like that? Is that a positive in any game or anyone's personal horror game experience for just a random challenge platforming sequence? Oh. Not when it's random. Not randomly. If there was, like, if the game was designed around challenge platforming and just had horror aspects, that's one thing, and hopefully the platforming is good in that certain particular case. It's not anything against platforming I have, it's just how these are sometimes implemented. Now then. The soul, let's see this. Not that I remember, but then again, I'm so out of it, it's not even funny. Let go, recovering from the flu there. It's the only mechanic first-person platforming is we have jumping and 360 movement. Then I mean, I guess kind of the concern, here's my guess of why it happens. Horror games, kind of by nature, usually have kind of simple mechanics. I was actually literally talking about this a little bit earlier today. My personal theory about how horror games often focus on what I call narrative loops as opposed to gameplay loops. Usually, horror games have very complex mechanics. It's one of just a few genres which I think feature a little bit more, less on the pure... I failed that twice. I just get to the edge then jump. But less on the gameplay loop aspect. Okay, so most gameplay genres focus on a gameplay loop. When I say narrative loop and gameplay loop, it's kind of this was a term that somebody from Frictional, the people that made Amnesia, Soma, etc., and Penumbra and such, they talked about, in accordance to Resident Evil 7, the difference between what they called narrative context and a core gameplay fun loop. Now, I personally just call it narrative loop and gameplay loop. What it means is that for a lot of games, you mechanically design a game. In other words, the gameplay is the meat and potatoes of the game. Fuck, I went over that. But the gameplay is the meat and potatoes of the game, and the narrative is the context given to it. Basically, context is dressing, while the meat and potatoes is the main meal. Which is to say that usually the gameplay is the main focus of a game, and the narrative is secondary to sort of give detail and give context to the gameplay. Now, there are exceptions to this, but oftentimes then games will be designed with a gameplay loop in mind. The gameplay loop can be expressed differently per genre, but probably one of the most common gameplay loops which can be expressed is when a player is kind of like an action game is the easiest one to express, or a shooting game more so. If the shooting is fun, as in if the whole game's core mechanic is shooting, then the shooting has to be fun, because that's what the game is designed around. And so what you want is a good gameplay loop for the shooting. When you shoot, everything that corresponds with that. Like, does it feel satisfying? Does the enemy react accordingly after being shot? Does firing the gun itself work? And then it comes into the gameplay design focus. So the sort of core gameplay loop of a shooting game would first be the shooting itself, followed by the sort of encounters and stuff that you have to work with. I almost fucking overshot that. No! Fuck! I pressed backwards thinking I might overshoot it, but yeah. Yep, I'm trying to get a fucking teddy bear. That was my worst attempt yet. But anyways, when it comes to this sort of gameplay loop, a lot of games will sort of focus on this sort of focal point. However, the core gameplay fun loop is not the primary in all genres. There are two genres that come to mind when I'm thinking about it, which would be walking simulators and horror games, where it's less the gameplay loop that's important, but the narrative context or the narrative loop. So close, I know. I pressed backwards like I sometimes do, and unfortunately that was enough to make me overshoot that. Anyways, the horror games have more of a focus on the narrative loop or narrative context. Resident Evil 7 was the example that was given, and I think it's actually a really interesting example. If you played Resident Evil 7 or seen anyone else play Resident Evil 7, here's just a little bit of food of thought. So for Resident Evil 7, the more interesting half for a lot of people is the first half of the game. And the game, I consider the game's halfway point after the Margaret boss battle, not the one where with the lantern. I don't want to spoil Resident Evil 7, but you know, the final battle with Margaret. Now anyways, with that mentioned, in Resident Evil 7, the Bakers are pretty interesting villains, and not so much because they themselves have like some amazing encounters, though they do have definitely their moments. But I finally got the teddy bear. Now, literally, there's not a way to get back, but I think it's gonna save here. Like, you can't jump on that. But it's kind of considered that I collected it because of experience, I know. But in Resident Evil 7, like, could I not just have... Oh, it created a pathway. Okay, got it. Okay, but in Resident Evil 7, getting into this main topic, what happened... I digress. So in Resident Evil 7, the Bakers have narrative context to them. Each of them are given personality, and the encounters with them are kind of going and moving through their house, sneaking past them and moving through. Probably one of the best examples is with, or the not best, but easiest examples is with Mia at the very beginning of the game. Spoilers at the beginning of Resident Evil 7. Mia comes out with a chainsaw. She's your girlfriend, and you sort of have this Evil Dead-esque encounter with her. Now, the Evil Dead-esque encounter could have benefited from in terms of pure fun if your shooting in Resident Evil 7 was better. Like if strafing, like you could strafe around the enemy and shoot, or if you had like slidings and could do crazy mechanic stuff with her, like maybe counter her chainsaw attacks. That would mechanically make it more fun, but would actually take away from the moment. The moment has a bit more dramaticness to it, and the horror is amplified because your core mechanics are very limited. How your character moves means that you have a bit more, you're ill-equipped to deal with the threat, not to mention that the narrative function happening of you having to face your girlfriend coming at you with a chainsaw, which I know is not like subtle, great writing, but it's definitely a moment that's impactful in some ways. And if you were just had the full mechanical capacity of an action star shooting game hero, that would take away from the moment more than add to it, actually. And the idea behind it is because it's a narrative moment. It's something which is occurring within that time period, and you're immediately playing the moment. And because you're playing it, it's giving context, and thus you're playing inside a narrative context. So then the importantness is less on the gameplay mechanics, because the gameplay loop of Resident Evil 7 isn't that great. The shooting isn't fantastic, and all that fun stuff is purposely kind of dumbed down for the overall experience. Instead, the focus is more than on the actual experience, and thus making the experiences have to be more interesting than the actual gameplay itself. Because if you notice, a lot of shooters, a lot of other types of games will have like you doing the kind of same things over and over again. Horror is kind of the opposite of that for a lot of other genres, because you want to sort of vary up the experience. If the player ends up doing the same thing over and over again inside a horror game, it gets repetitive. Now, the unfortunate thing is that a lot of developers, I notice, unfortunately sort of interpret this as meaning they have to vary up the gameplay mechanics. So the reason that my whole point, which I've been taking a little bit too long wanting to say, which is why I paused to say this, is a lot of people will think, for example, and this is my guess of why these sections exist, what does the game mechanics have? You jump, you move, you run, you can't crouch in this game, but some games you can crouch. And how many gameplay scenarios can you create off this? Now, the answer is more than you would expect, but you have to be a bit creative about it. Even with simple mechanics, you can do a lot of things in terms of narrative context. If your gameplay mechanics are simple, then you shouldn't try and make a gameplay mechanic-focused experience. You should try and make something that's a bit more with a narrative context flow. But I think a lot of people, when they're trying to vary up their horror game, will think about what they can do with whatever mechanics they're dealing with, and instead of thinking about the narrative context, maybe they'll think, oh, you know, mechanically this is different, now you're platforming. And I think that's usually why these sections pop up, because they have the engine that can allow them to create this, and they think that that's a form of variety, so that you get out of what you've been doing so far. The unfortunate side of this, though, is no, it's not very engaging, it's not very fun. Unfortunately, the game... Fuck, I overshot that. The focal point should not be so much on the gameplay mechanic loop, because honestly, like, for instance, this game, the mechanics are very simple. All I can do is run, jump, move, and I couldn't even really jump until this sequence. Keep that in mind. I literally could not jump until this particular sequence. Like, I could kind of have a seizure if I was smashing the jump button, so... Gameplay should always feed into the narrative when narrative is present, and vice versa. Now, that's actually not specifically true. Some people would think so, but I think it's sort of dependent. For example, the narrative of Mrs. Pac-Man is you're saving Pac-Man. That's technically your narrative, but literally the gameplay isn't tied to that at all. It's just the narrative. It gives a reason.
It's finally in your grasp, isn't it? Your consciousness. Just right there.
Okay. But I was going to say, like, Mrs. Pac-Man, now they could have done some interesting things, I guess, that they tried, like, now I'm trying to imagine a narrative context Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man. But the main point is that Mrs. Pac-Man doesn't have any sort of narrative ties with that to its core gameplay. Also, okay, start me from here. But that's okay, because Mrs. Pac-Man's focused on its gameplay loops. The narrative of Mrs. Pac-Man saving Pac-Man is just, you know, it's window dressing. It's not really part of the full experience. Now, a lot of people prefer narrative games, sometimes to gameplay-esque games, so that might be a stronger reason why you might feel that, but press E to obtain your consciousness. Okay. Was this the end of the game? It might have been the end of the game.
Tom.
Oh boy.
Is that you? Tom.
Tom, did you wake up?
You don't get to decide when you wake up. That's my job. and you still have quite some ways to go. You think this was bad? You have no idea what's coming.
Monkey's uncle was just trying to protect me all along. I don't know. Didn't make me really excited to play a girl with a fabric face, but I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna see if they improved. I understand this is their first effort. Even my first effort has a lot of flaws. I know that, especially in. I guess I could share this for a second. 10 out of 10 would platform with Uncle again. The uncle needs some Jesus all along. Mind's Eye is completed and published on August 31st. That's actually ironic. When I released Close Your Eyes, August 31st, 2015, it's just the day it ended up coming on. It wasn't really planned, but fun. Well, my honest thoughts. Yep, guess where most of my deaths came from. 2 sequences. Total score? Like, why is there even a score, though? Oh, there was a... Wait. Okay, that's total... Okay, I read that lawn. I'm really happy I read that lawn. Okay. Anyways, what did I think of it? Honestly, I didn't like it that much. There were some aspects to it which were kind of neat, but unfortunately the execution was completely borked, and it was a game where the execution was really important to get down. I got kind of a sour taste after the first out there jump scare, which is Booga Booga. It was even in a technically impossible space because he clipped through a door. But anyways... But even ignoring that, just the gameplay design, there were a lot of flaws here. In fact, I can't think that... I think this is the reason why I didn't like it that much. I can't think of a single scenario in this game where I couldn't think of a way which I think it could be executed better. I can even think of ways it could have been executed better. Now, I'm not going to say that my ideas are specifically better, that I like to have a little bit of confidence in myself in this area. However, I can't think of a single sequence where I thought, yeah, you executed that well. And I think that's my biggest issue with it. There were some moments that were decent and all that, but I don't think anything lived up to its full potential. I think that, unfortunately, as a whole, there's like at least one design flaw that I could identify. Now, given design flaws, they could have been spun in an interesting way. I think that game design sometimes is too much of a right and wrong sort of method. I think sometimes you can get creative and make something that's a bit more worthwhile, even with a mixed match design, something which doesn't seem like it'd be good on paper. And it's been done, and I've seen examples of it. And I think that maybe they could have done things in a way I wouldn't have anticipated, but ignoring the possibilities, the what ifs, and all that, in this particular case, nothing felt particularly great. And not even great. A lot of it didn't even really feel good. A lot of it was either average at best, or kind of either frustrating, silly, or lackluster as more of the average. So I can't believe I sat here and I'm now going to bed. Hope you sleep well there, sister. Anyways, unfortunately I'm maybe being a little bit harsh on it, but that's just sort of my thought process at the moment. It's my feelings initially upon completing it. I can think there are some things in it which I think could be salvaged to make something interesting, but unfortunately those are my feelings at this point in time. Now then, that was Mind's Eye. I'm hopeful that a girl's fabric face is a bit better. Let me also see if I can find my mouse. That is the question. Press K to return to the main menu. 3 to quit the game. Moi moi.